In football's brilliant tapestry of triumph and teamwork, there's a chapter that explores its murkier, controversial side. These unfortunate yet crucial events offer a distinctive view into football's development. Join us on an exciting adventure as we uncover some of the most shocking displays of disrespect that have forever changed the history of the sport. Join us as we navigate the complex web of football's worst moments, from outrageous player behavior to ferocious on-pitch confrontations. Number 1. A startling lack of respect by Luis Moreno in kicking Owl off-pitch. The journey we embark on begins in South America, where a seemingly unimportant incident reveals a startling lack of respect. A football player from Panama named Luis Moreno sprang to fame in 2011 after he kicked an owl off the pitch. This owl, who served as Junior Barranquilla's beloved mascot, had unintentionally been struck by the ball. Moreno's bizarre behavior highlighted not just his contempt for the other team, but also his alarming disregard for both natural resources and fundamental human principles. Number 2. Ignorance or protest behind Zaïre's bizarre clearance of a free kick during the World Cup in Brazil. We travel back in time to the 1982 World Cup, where we discover a curious episode involving ignorance and dissent. Zaïre's Mwepu Ilunga bewildered the football world with his perplexing clearing on a free kick during the Brazil World Cup. Was this a deliberate act of defiance or the result of not knowing the rules? This episode emphasizes how important it is for players to understand the nuances of the game, especially on the biggest stage. Number 3. From chaos to controversy, Joey Barton's reign of disrepute. Our story turns to the turbulent drama of Joey Barton, a football player whose life is marked by a string of horrific events that occurred both on and off the pitch. Barton's actions raise the puzzling question of why he continues in the world of professional football after being sentenced to prison for assault and attacking colleagues and rivals. Number 4. Eric Cantona supporter attack, undermining etiquette. As we turn the pages of history, we come across incidents that go beyond simple disagreement and enter the area of outright shock. As an illustration, consider Eric Cantona's attack on a fan while he was a member of Manchester United. The French forward broke rules and decency with his acts, earning him a 9-month sentence and leaving a permanent stain on his reputation. Number 5. Paulo Di Canio pushing referee, a mistake that went down in history. Paulo Di Canio, now a manager, was involved in a bizarre occurrence that serves as a reminder of disrespect. An 11-game punishment followed his hit on referee Paul Alcock, which was motivated by anger about receiving a red card. The incident also preserved the referee's funny slip-up and another player's perplexed response. Number 6. The diving referee, blurring the line between fair play and manipulation. In an unsettling twist, we come across a situation in which individuals in charge of preserving fair play fall victim to simulation. The referee in this disturbing occurrence completely immerses himself in play acting. Referees' involvement in these circumstances blurs the line between fair play and manipulation, casting serious doubt on the integrity of the game. Number 7. El Hadji Diouf spitting at everyone, the disgraceful behavior of a talent. El Hadji Diouf's name is linked to scandal, especially because of his disgusting spitting habits. Diouf's activities brought him notoriety and widespread contempt for his behavior, which include targeting Celtic supporters and spitting at teammates during games. His behavior during his time at clubs like Liverpool, Bolton, and Rangers damaged his enormous potential. Number 8. Rudi Völler versus Frank Rijkaard, a tale of rivalry and disrespect. Football rivalries can cause heightened feelings to surface on the pitch, perhaps resulting in incidents that can go beyond the bounds of sportsmanship. The historic altercation between Frank Rijkaard and Rudi Völler at the 1990 World Cup perfectly captures the acrimonious Dutch-German rivalry. This incident exposes the fine line between rivalry and respect, as well as how emotions can run amok on the biggest platforms in sports. Number 9. Match fixing in the Italian top division results in title suspension. Corruption on the field of dreams. In the middle of the 2000s, a scandal that rocked the foundations of Italian football filled the hallways. The match-fixing scandal cast a long shadow on Italy's top-flight league, in stark contrast to the hopes and goals that drive the sport of football. This disturbing incident exposed a labyrinth of deceit and corruption that threatened to jeopardize the integrity of the beautiful game, embroiling illustrious clubs like the legendary Juventus. As the tale developed, a startling truth came to light. The quest for success had been corrupted and twisted, betraying fans and shattering the integrity of competition. The behind-the-scenes maneuvering revealed a propensity to sacrifice the very foundation of fair play for one's own benefit. The claims made against a number of prominent teams, players, and officials shocked the football world and forced a confrontation with the brutal truth that money and dishonesty had crept into even the most revered venues of the sport. Number 10. 1982 World Cup. Austria and Germany negate Algeria the morality of competition. Qualification. The 1982 World Cup will forever be remembered as the scene of a heated incident that had an impact well beyond the boundaries of the playing field. Algeria's pursuit for qualifying served as the focal point of this episode, which featured a conflict between teams' goals and the ethics of integrity. In front of a global audience, the aspirations of a whole country were destroyed in a premeditated match between Germany and Austria, seeking an in-depth investigation of the moral foundations of the world of competitive football. Algeria was poised to advance to the World Cup knockout rounds. Therefore, the stage was set for a historically significant duel. But as the drama developed, suspicions of collaboration were raised when Germany and Austria played what appeared to be a scripted match. Austria narrowly prevailed 1-0 to win the game, which enabled both teams to advance while essentially sending Algeria home. The two European teams were accused of undermining the basic spirit of fair play and competition, which raised concerns about the competition's legitimacy. Number 11. Fabrizio's middle finger salute. A particular episode in the history of football stands out as a clear reminder of the complicated bond between players and their dedicated fans. Fabrizio, a Brazilian footballer well known for his affiliation with Internacional, cemented his place in sports history with a terrible act of contempt for his own supporters. The events of this incident, which took place during a Gaucho League game versus Ipringa, had a lasting impression on the player's legacy and served as a metaphor for the tenuous relationship between athletes and their dedicated fans. The anxiety in the crowd was palpable as the game took shape on the field. Fabrizio's misguided remark was set against the background of the echoing boos and jeers from the audience. Fabrizio gave in to his emotions in a way that went beyond the principles of decency and sportsmanship, raising both middle fingers in a bold act of defiance towards the very supporters who had formerly supported him. This rash move wasn't simply a momentary slip-up. It was a dramatic rupture in the delicate bond between player and supporter, highlighting the depths of annoyance and discontent that can contaminate the beautiful game. We are reminded that football's legacy is a patchwork of various experiences as we draw to a conclusion this journey through its sad and disrespectful times. These occurrences may have a negative impact, but they also serve as a mirror for the nuances of good sportsmanship and the complexity of the game of football. Their tragic circumstances motivates us to practice the sport more carefully and wisely, navigating its difficulties and conflicts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you want to keep up with future thoughtful analyses of football's fascinating and complex history. We appreciate you coming along on this thought-provoking journey. Together, let's continue to write the story of football.